What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I have spent a lot of time with this fragrance at this point. I wore it again last night. I wear it at least once, twice a week during the day, in the evenings, and this is a hit in this household. And I have come to the conclusion, and it blows my mind because I look at the standard as Virgin Island water. I really think that's the best coconut fragrance of all time. I just do. And while I still respect that composition more than any other when it comes to coconut, Ministry of Gourmand Coconut Lagoon from Paris Corner is officially my favorite coconut fragrance. Hands down. So we're going to break this one down with what I get. Stay tuned. So I am so thankful that a while back this was sent to me by the folks at Aroma Concepts. You can check them out down below. I think currently it's on sale for like $35-ish before the 10% code. I strongly encourage, as you'll see throughout this review, that you check this out if you're a fan of coconut. Do as you please. Take this review with a grain of salt. I don't know how easy it would be to test, but I'm not joking. This has become my favorite freaking coconut fragrance in my collection, and I'm a big coconut fragrance guy. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out down below, but it's time to talk about this fragrance. So first things first, Paris Corner really stepped it up with this bottle. They have two fragrances in this line, Mango Ugoso, Jugoso, however you say it, and then this, Coconut Lagoon. This is a very firm base, thick glass, has a tropical looking gradients to it. Metal plaque that says Ministry of Gourmand. This is heavy, heavy, heavy stuff. Ministry of Gourmand going around the collar. You have a bedazzled, blingy type of cap with a Ministry of Gourmand jewel. Does hold into place. The cap is mostly some type of metal with a little bit of plastic for the collar. And then this atomizer actually does a really good job. Man, let's talk about this scent. So I'll have the notes on screen for you guys, and let's keep this simple. It's a fruity citric bowl with sugared coconut. You got caramel and vanilla, and it straight up smells like sugar on coconut. Candied coconut with citrus. It's not so watermelon heavy. It's a blast of juiciness from citruses and fruit. My God, is this amazing. And this literally happened 2 of the last 3 times I wore it. When I walked in the room, my wife says, "Ooh, I want to drink you." She said, "You're wearing that fragrance again." And literally last night, she's like, "Ooh, that's the fragrance I want to drink." She's like, "It doesn't smell as strong tonight." I said, "I didn't spray as much tonight." Because the second to last time I wore it, I sprayed it like 20 freaking times. And those of you that know me well enough or watch me long enough, I don't spray fragrances 20 times. I'm not that guy. Normally, like with this one, I would do 6 to 8. Because you can spray this one a little heavier and really bask in that sillage. It takes a little while for either my nose to start wearing out or it to calm down, or a combination of the two. But I love basking in the glow of this sillage so much that I just want more and more and more of it. The fragrances that literally put a smile on my face and lift my mood are the ones that I spray the heaviest. I sprayed like 8 sprays last night, but the previous time I wore it, I did like 20. I did like 12 the previous time before that. Again, not the heavy spray type. Like to crack jokes and bust balls with those that do spray over the top heavy. Some fragrances, though, you just can't help yourself. You want as much as possible of it, right? And it does overload the nose by doing too much of that. But it is that simple. It's a bowl of citrus. It's just this juicy, citric, fruity type of smell and sugary, sweet coconut, and it dries into a creamy, vanillic caramel smell. It's more vanilla, way more vanilla than caramel. I don't even smell caramel specifically. So the coconut naturally gets creamier because you get this coconut throughout. And think like sugared coconut, like Almond Joy and stuff like that, like obviously without the chocolate, but that type of candied, sweet, sugared coconut smell. This is not a sunscreen fragrance. This is super tropical, drink delicious. It's fitting that it's in a line called Ministry of Gourmand because this is very much a gourmand coconut fragrance. This is absolutely delicious and stunning. And if you are a fan of coconut, you owe it to yourself to get your nose on this. Whether you blind buy it or not, again, I normally, most of the time, do not encourage you to blind buy. But if you like coconut, this is it. This is it. It is sugary coconut citrus dries into creamy coconut sweet vanilla. It's that simple. It's not linear, but it's not deep and complex either. It's very straightforward, and it's just super likable. It is a mood. This fragrance is an absolute mood. How I say that about Mancera French Riviera. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's not the most unique, fresh summertime fragrance I've ever smelled. But the mood, the vibe, and the feeling I get when wearing it, it's its own, that fragrance is its own mood. This is its own happy time mood. This is just that good to me. So, over the top emotion here with a simplistic way to describe the way it smells. Let's get into performance. So performance is nothing crazy. It is loud at first. It is very, very strong. I would say a good solid hour of pretty hefty projection. Let's call it slightly above moderate. Let's call it moderate to heavy. But it's only for about an hour before it calms down. And I get around 6-ish hours every time I spray it. It is nothing super long lasting. It's nothing super weak. And to be honest with you, I really believe it's probably lasting a little longer than that. I'm just experiencing a certain level of nose fatigue, especially since I tend to spray this one a bit heavier. And I even do collarbone, chest, because I'm usually, like at night, for example, it's right after I get out the shower. It's before I even put a shirt on, so there's a lot of bare skin to just go to town. And I went all over the place. I'm not advising you to do that, but hey, I did it, so who am I? But performances, I would call average to slightly above because it is really strong at first, but it does calm down quickly. Like I said, about an hour, so that feels kind of quick to me. And then the sillage is on that moderate to mild side. It's not going to linger all over the place. It's a average-lived type of experience, but the experience you get is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. The scent on this one makes its overall score much higher because the performance is kind of middle of the road here. So across the board, I would kind of call it average and slightly above on projection for about an hour, but longevity and sillage, it's average in the middle. Final thoughts on Ministry of Gourmand Coconut Lagoon. It was love at first sniff when I smelled it, when I unboxed it. And the more I spray this fragrance, let me get that focus back. Here we go. The more I spray this fragrance, the more I fall deeper in love with it. I can't believe I'm even saying this because like Pacific Lime from Atelier Cologne, Creed Virgin Island Water, I like herald those as like what impressive scent profiles and wearing experiences those are. And they are. But I gravitate to this. I like sweet fragrances. My wife loves sweet fragrances both on her and on me. So this was and we love the tropical coconutty beachy type of stuff. We live at the beach. So naturally, we were going to enjoy this one, and I just didn't know how much we would enjoy this one. It's a 9 out of 10 fragrance overall, and that's because I give the scent on this a 10. The scent category alone is an absolute 10. Overall is not a 10. The performance isn't there to make it a 10. The performance keeps it at a 9, but the performance is nothing on the weak side to me. You may deem it to be weak because of some extra nose fatigue. I do believe it's actually even stronger than I'm giving it credit for because of nose fatigue. We all experience it at different levels with pretty much every fragrance that we smell. But my God, the scent is a fucking 10. Sorry to drop the F-bomb. It just is. Emphasis is important here, and that was the right word to emphasize just how good this fragrance smells to me. You may not feel that way. I've had a couple people that bought it blindly and was like, a little too feminine for me, but it smells amazing on my girl. I love how it smells on her. So you might run into that problem. I've yet to come across some feedback from someone where they were like, oh, it's not that good. You tripping. You're overhyping. You big shill. All that stupid shit people say on the internet instead of just saying, I don't like it and owning it. I haven't really gotten any of that. I haven't seen any of that because I've been raving about this one for like 2 months since I got it, month and a half, 2 months, and it took me a while to get to this review. I've featured it. I've recommended it. It's been in weekly rotations. And I was like, this deserves its own video for me just showing how much I love this fragrance. Because that's what it is. I love this fragrance. I still can't believe I'm saying it's my favorite coconut fragrance over Creed Virgin Island Water. I didn't think that was possible. And it's a $35 fragrance. I think retail's like $45. Even at that, it's like, yeah. So, final thoughts on this one. 9 out of 10. Absolutely outstanding. Scent category alone is a 10. Well, that's my thoughts, feelings, and experience, and just the joy that Coconut Lagoon brings to me. Thank you, Aroma Concepts, for sending this my way, because they send me at random a package with fragrances. I hadn't heard about this fragrance. I didn't know it was coming. Had high hopes because the name had coconut in it, and I've been blown away ever since the first sniff, and it's just gotten greater and greater as time has went on through more wearings and more sprays every time I wear it. It's just phenomenal. So if you want to check it out, it's available in Aroma Concepts down below. I think they have a 2-pack with Mango Jugoso, which, oh my God, I have featured that a bunch as well. Maybe I got to do a full review on that. Did a featured video recently comparing 3 of Paris Corner's mango fragrances, and it was a close second. So that's not a bad idea either. If you're grabbing this, you might want to get the 2-pack. I think it's like 55 or something. I hope they add to this line, because so far they're 2 for 2, but if you're going to get one, this is the one. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave. I'll catch you on the next one.